To start with, do you think it would be possible to stab someone to the hilt with this?
If you are determined enough. But I can crush men under my heel and make them weep, should I so choose. I volunteer. A foolishly foolish idea born from the foolish mind of a foolhardy foolish fool!
This is because she can't swear in this game. That's the only reason why she sounds like that.
Iris left Hazakura Temple, threw the weapon into the river, and then returned. If this was the case, then naturally there should be two sets of tracks in the snow.
Order! Order! Very well then. It looks like Miss Von Karma's claim has been snowed in. I hope you get whipped for this. Yes!
Hello everyone and welcome back to 4 Pixels. Your host Coco and Moon are here with guest Binks, and we are continuing Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations.
Cackles and then game crashes.
February 9th, 11:15 a.m. District Court, Defendant's Lobby number 1. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not really sure what to say.
Iris, we only have 20 minutes. There are two things which I need to ask you before we reconvene.
Alright, I'll help you any way I can.
First, about that night, you really didn't go to the inner temple, correct? The last witness claims to have met and talked with you in the training hall. Either you or Sister Bikini is lying.
Mr. Edgeworth, it is just as I said yesterday. Until the incident occurred, I was in my own room in Hasakura Temple.
Very well. The second thing, then. That night, the temple snowmobile was used in between the times Sister Bikini returned to the main hall and when she bore witness to the murder. Sometime between 10:30 and 11 p.m. that night. Were you the one who used the snowmobile?
There is only one key for the snowmobile. The only person who could have used it was me.
So it was you. But why? What made you go out to Dusky Bridge?
I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth.
Jesus!
Iris.
5?
I can't tell you about that. Not yet.
Yet.
Not until her safety is confirmed.
Her.
The safety of the Acolyte.
The Acolyte, huh? She must be talking about Maya. Iris, look me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you kill Elise Donham?
No matter who or what may come, I could never take a life.
As I thought, no psycho lock. Very well. It is my job to get to the truth. You'll discover this for yourself soon enough.
February 9th, 11:36 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 7.
Court will now reconvene. Ms. Von Karma, where is the witness?
During the break, a man was detained for suspicious behavior in the gallery.
Suspicious behavior?
He was sketching something very intensely.
Oh no, he's into you. Dare I ask what the witness was sketching when he was detained?
He drew a terrifying woman, armed with a demonic face and a vicious whip.
I can only assume he was... Sorry. There's some crossfire, hold on.
Anyway, it's time to drag this pathetic excuse for an artist before the court. Loris Dunham, I hope you're ready. Get in here!
It would seem that whip is going to see plenty more use today.
My brain just can't get over Larice. It just sounds so terrible.
Ow! Your sketch is in contempt of this court. Hey! I was just ow! You tried to run away from the bailiff who was trying to hand you your subpoena, correct? Look, I'm nothing but a fledgling artist trading out in the mountains. I'm only down here in the city because I ran out of green paint. Well, to use a technical term for the color, viridian.
Larry, this isn't an art store, now is it?
I know! I graduated junior high, okay?
What?
Look, art is all about working in the fields, isn't it?
Working in the fields?
I presume he wanted to say field work. I hope.
That's it. Thanks, buddy.
It's kind of sad that I was able to understand this mangled train wreck of a sentence.
I just happened to stop in here and found a wonderful new model. So see? I've got nothing to do with this trial, at all! I expect all of your faces to be red when you realize this mistake. Bright red! Or, to use a technical term, crimson lake.
I'm gonna make you into a fucking crimson lake, you motherfucker. Ow, ow, ow,
Stop
I was
your
just judging
pathetic
on that.
blabbing and testify like a man.
Refrain from whipping me, Miss Von Karma. Cross-whipping is a bad... What? Cross-whipping is as bad as cross... Oh, it's a hockey thing. That makes more sense. Witness, that was all your fault. Testify now!
This is almost too much for me.
Larry, I'm gonna put you in the fucking ground.
I was at that lodge out in the mountains looking up at the stars that night. I walked to the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. I didn't meet anyone at the bridge that night. The girl I was waiting for didn't show up. My teacher died on me. I'm all alone now. Aren't I edgy?
I wish you were alone. Fucking shank you. Witness, please refrain from talking directly to your lawyers during your testimony. To the lawyers. Right?
I'm just a nobody. Nothing but a small, worthless man, aren't I?
I mean, I can't argue with it, but you shouldn't say it.
And why wasn't I asked for my name and occupation or anything else?
'Cause you look like a homeless man. Mr. Edgeworth, this man seems to have quite a severe inferiority complex.
He's recently been the cause of numerous incidents. I think he's finally realized for himself just how much of a nuisance he has been to other people.
Fucking cold.
Yeah, that's right. I'm behind everything. Every case. All of them. Watch out, okay? Just touching me will make you eternally unhappy.
I mean, he's right, but he shouldn't say it. Well then, let us proceed with the cross-examination. With no touching, thank you. We can delve into other details at a later time. What do you want to take him on a date? What the fuck?
I was at that lodge out in the mountains, looking up at the stars that night.
Whatever is the matter, Mr. Edgeworth?
This one single statement is so full of contradictions. For a moment there, I thought I was going to collapse.
Hmm.
So, witness? Any idea as to where these contradictions in your testimony lie? Depending on your answer, I may let my whip have its way. Okay, give me a minute. Well, it was snowing that night, so I couldn't possibly have seen the stars. That rundown shack is hardly a lodge, is it? And even if the stars could be seen, it wasn't like I was there to look at them, right?
Oh my god, Larry.
See, you can do it if you try. Ow! There's only one issue here. What you saw at Dusky Bridge. I walked to the bridge a number of times, but...
A number of times? How many?
Maybe 5 times? I went once every 20 minutes.
Which means you spent almost 2 hours at Heavenly Hall that night.
You bet! Really, real love is about waiting with your heart in your hands.
Love, you say?
It was this man's intention to summon the defendant to the small shack, using this blackmail letter.
Blackmail?
No, that was simply a product of overflowing You huffy, puffy, loosey-goosey excuse for a whimpering, whining puss of a witness.
It really is, because she can't swear. So, what did you see? I hope for your sake you saw a snowmobile. You huffy, puffy, loosey-goosey excuse for a whimpering, whining wuss of a witness. Why the fuck is this happening?
Well, you see...
Being called those names doesn't seem to bother him at all.
I didn't see a snowmobile.
Larry, you really didn't see it.
Hey, no need to hit your desk, I can hear you. I didn't see it. I didn't see a snowmobile.
Larry, say snowmobile for me, please.
Snowmobile.
If you truly have nothing to hide, then why are you stammering like you just flew over a cuckoo's nest?
Shut up! What is this? I don't know, don't ask me.
It seems that I'll need to start from a more obvious contradiction. I'm going to strike the blow that will finally get him to spill the beans.
I didn't meet anyone at the bridge that night.
You didn't meet anyone.
That's right, because I've got nothing to do with this. And I'm just here to buy some Viridian paint, okay? Come on, I didn't expect to see those Crimson Lake faces. Oh, come on, I can expect to see those Crimson Lake faces. Now!
Uh-huh. It would appear that simply pressing him isn't going to be enough, Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we should beat him with a stick. A hockey stick.
Indeed. It seems that he's going to claim to have nothing to do with this to the end. I don't want this guy to cost us any more time. I need to slice through his obvious contradictions and keep things moving along. Larry Butz. I can understand why you might want to throw your old life away. You're pretty pathetic and you cause all sorts of trouble.
Wow. I'm sorry.
But, having realized just how much of a nuisance you have been, that could be considered a step in the right direction.
Reggie, are you trying to console me?
It certainly doesn't sound that way to me.
However, I cannot forgive you for simply turning away from the incidents you create.
You're totally pinning this on me.
Now then, let us talk about the night of the murder. Sister Bikini, after seeing the murder took place, asked Phoenix Wright to report. Thus he headed for the public phone by the bridge. There he happened across a certain nefarious individual.
That man.
You, Larry Butz.
That's right. Me in the flesh.
Listen carefully, witness. It doesn't matter if you change your name. So long as you remain pretty pathetic, you will continue to cause these incidents. That reality will not change.
But what do you want me to do then?
Larry, what you need to change is your inner self. What you saw that night. Testify truthfully. That is all you can do for now.
Reggie, I think I've finally woken up. Well, I guess I could still be sleeping. But anyway, I'll do it! I'll testify!
I was just waiting for him to say, "Can I get some Viridian paint?"
Well, I'm not sure this will go especially well.
I'll ask again then, witness. What did you see on the night of the murder?
I went to the shack at around 9, so it would have been about 10:30 p.m. I was lying under my bedding when a white flash almost blinded me. I looked out the window, and Dusky Bridge was on fire! There was still some thunder, but I went right away to check it out. That's when I ran into Nick.
You certainly saw quite a lot, didn't you?
So, what happened to the bridge after it caught on fire? It was like me after a 3-day stint chasing a girl. It totally burnt out! Like, almost totally gone! I mean, trying to cross the burning remains was what caused Nick to fall. What did you say?
Oh, don't worry. Nothing life-threatening. He just caught a cold.
As always, ought to know if he should be called lucky or unlucky.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth, please commence your cross-examination.
I went to the shack at around 9, so it would have been about 10:30 p.m.
What did you do out there in the cold for an hour and a half?
Well, if you really must know, I was busy being excited, I guess.
Excited? Dare I even ask?
I set the meeting time as 10 p.m., right? But I couldn't wait, and I thought she might come early, too.
Well, it appears she didn't come at all in the end.
Because they never arranged to meet in the first place, did they? Shut up! Don't go picking my fond memories apart! Anyway, I was getting a little worried. I thought maybe Iris had lost her way. So every 20 minutes or so, I went out to the bridge. But I didn't see anything particularly suspicious. I didn't have anything else to do, so I went back to the shack to wait for her. I was lying under my bedding when a white flash almost blinded me.
This light was, of course,
Lightning. Like, kerpow! Like a slap from Naomi, honestly. A big bada boom! Wah! Or a little like that. That's more like a punch from Miranda.
Witness, did you actually see the lightning hit the bridge?
Well, I was a bit startled by the flash of light, so... I looked out the window, and Dusky Bridge was on fire!
seeing that, what did you do?
What do you think? I was burning up as well, from the fire in my heart! And that's why you went to take a look at the bridge. Well, to be honest, it was freezing cold, so at first I thought, forget it, I'm not leaving my covers. But it had pretty much stopped snowing, so I don't know, I changed my mind.
Sorry, that wasn't the judge, that was just me feeling suspect about fucking Larry. I think that sounds like major bullshit. I'm not sure if I care for the forget it attitude you had at first, Witness.
There was still some thunder, but I went right away to check it out.
You said right away, but exactly how long after the strike was that?
The lightning fell, and then the bridge caught on fire, maybe around 5 minutes? I mean, I suddenly thought, gotta go check this out. How far is this small shack you are? How far is this small shack you are in from the bridge? Hold on. No, it had pretty much stopped snowing. I guess a 5-minute walk?
And how did Dusky Bridge look when you got there?
Like I had recovered a piece of my childhood. I mean, not even the bonfire kids make during school camping trips can compare.
Well, should I press him for a little more info? Larry, let me ask you one thing.
What is it, Edgy? What's with the serious face?
Why didn't you call anyone?
Eh? What do you mean?
Normally, when faced with a towering inferno, one would try and tell someone. There is a public phone right by Dusky Bridge, correct?
Well, of course I thought of doing that.
So then, let's hear why you didn't, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, okay, a reason, my reason. It isn't that I didn't try to tell anyone, I just didn't have time to, okay? I arrived at the bridge and Nick showed up less than a minute later.
You claim to have arrived at the bridge at the same time as Wright.
Yeah, I thought I'd better tell someone about this, but then Nick came up yelling about murder. It totally made me forget about the bridge. The fire was pretty much out by then anyway.
What's this feeling? I suddenly have a terrible case of unease.
It was after contacting the police that Phoenix Wright fell from the bridge, correct? Yeah, that's pretty much it, more or less.
He told me about the burning bridge yesterday. But there's still something that doesn't quite fit. It looks like, despite his change of heart, Larry still isn't telling us the whole truth.
Yeah.
Your very existence being a contradiction. I'm not sure if you can grasp this or not.
What the? Hey, Hachi, you make me sound like some sort of alien.
But your testimony is conclusively contradictory. The problem here is time.
I've never been the best timekeeper, you know? 3 minutes after Billy leaves on foot, you follow him on your bicycle. How long does it take for you to catch up with him? Terrible at those.
Ugh.
This is much more simple. You saw the lightning strike Dusky Bridge, and immediately went to see what had happened. Is this correct?
Yeah, well, I wasted about 5 minutes first, but more or less.
I have the weather data from the night of the murder here. According to this, the lightning fell at 10:45 p.m. You say it takes less than 5 minutes from the shack to Dusky Bridge, meaning you probably got there at around 11 p.m.
That all sounds about right, I guess. And then Nick showed up and did his falling act.
That is impossible.
What do you mean?
11 p.m. is when the murder occurred in Hazakura Temple. Thus, Wright was still there, in the courtyard. There's no way that Larry could have encountered him at Dusky Bridge at that time.
Excuse me, I have an objection.
You do?
Hachi, how many times do I have to say this? I'm not Larry! I'm Larry Stone! Ah! It has not been proven that the murder occurred at 11 p.m. The sister only said around 11. In which case, it could have been earlier than that.
Watch your footing there, Miss I'm sorry. Darn long name. Watch your footing there, Miss Franziska von Karma. The slope ahead is slippery.
That fucking smirk.
It's so hot.
He killed me. It was like, wow, what a dick.
For there is still no way that Wright could have been at Dusky Bridge at 11 p.m.
And why not?
It is clearly written here in the weather data report. It took around 30 minutes for the bridge to burn out. Therefore, the bridge must have been burning until at least 11:15 p.m.
Hold on. Which means what, exactly?
Wright did not see the bridge as it was burning that night. He did not arrive there until after the flames had died down. Larry, you arrived at the bridge at 11 p.m. Wright did not make it there until at least 11:15. Are you still trying to hide something from us? What happened during these missing 15 minutes?
I feel like I just woke up. I guess I was still sleeping after all. Pinch me.
Order, 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 orc. I don't know why. It just made me think of how seals do the noise. I should have been clapping, but I can't hold my mic open and clap.
So there was a missing 15 minutes prior to meeting Phoenix Wright. I hardly see that as much of a problem. Yeah, not much of a problem at all.
Really? The bridge is burning before your eyes and there is a phone right next to it. Why then did you not report the accident?
Did you simply watch the bridge burn?
That is the problem here. Even after the bridge burnt out, he was still there. He simply stood there and didn't report anything.
That's what it sounds like.
This might be Larry we are talking about, but even he is incapable of being so stupid.
Ugh.
There has to be a reason for his inaction.
Reggie, I think it's about time I got serious with you, dude.
Just as I thought. You've been playing with us all this time.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you everything. Are you sure you want to hear it all?
Yes.
I may really say it this time. Then say it.
Very well, I have a terribly bad feeling about this, however. Let's have the witness finally give us the whole truth, because this court is a fucking joke. Now, for this 15-minute gap, what were you doing, witness?
And with that, we will end this episode right here. Thank you guys for joining us, and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.